Hello everybody, this is Simon with the 8th episode of Let's Play Mega Man 5. Only one left, and I do believe that I saved one of the more interesting levels for last. Gravity Man stage is one where the designers did try something completely new, and unlike Wave Man's jet boat ride, this one makes for a pretty good experience, I'd say. Let's hop or fall right into it. First things first, I really do like the music here, it fits the stage extremely well. Those guys here will only fire when we get nearer, making them somewhat useless most of the time, but they're a good target for Power Stone showing off. Power Stone will fire out those 3 rotating stones, which deal absolutely no damage. I've yet to find a single enemy in the game that is actually weak to them, so it's mostly a very tedious affair, even if you can, like on this screen, hit enemies that you wouldn't be able to otherwise. You can mitigate it a bit by going into the menu, switching out of Power Stone, but it's just so tedious, and it's never ever worth it. This weapon is more likely to hurt you than to do you any good. On an unrelated note, those guys are actually not weak against anything. They resisted the Gyro Blade, which usually would deal 3 HP of damage. But, whoa! There is a gravity gimmick in effect, kind of fitting with the stage theme, maybe, of course, obviously, but it's really well executed because, yeah, those switching here, it works, it just works. Except when the enemies get confused a bit. It happens. So yeah, this is really Crystal Eye's chance to shine, because the enemies here are not resistant to it, unlike most other special weapons. And yeah, you have to push upwards to slide on the ceiling. A nice touch. One of the few nice touches here, because other than that it's not very well implemented. Every other thing but Mega Man has its own gravity, has the normal gravity, so yeah. Weapon pickups and such will still fall down, so it's not the best thing, but for Mega Man 5 it's really nice. So yeah, this was Crystal Eye's time in the light. As said, it is really good if you can rapid fire it against enemies, because, well, it does deal 2 lines of damage, just like Napalm Bomb. Just make sure you do not miss, however, that would be not a good idea, because then you'd have to go in the start screen again until you can do anything. Yeah. Or wait, like that. It's still terrible. Unlike Napalm Bombs. Those you can at least fire 3 of. Best weapon still is Charge Kick for many situations, because you can just say, fuck waiting, I'm going now. For the fun of it, let's use Super Arrow as a weapon. It's not too bad most of the time, actually. Whoops. But the gravity gimmick is completely unaffected by the gravity gimmick. However, do I spy, like Napalm Bombs, do I spy our last letter here? Well, yes indeed. Also resistant against Napalm Bombs. And for our efforts we get Beat, a robotic bird friend. Now, what does Beat do? Well, murders things. Just look at that. Will automatically go to enemies and kill them. I haven't yet tried out Beat too much, because, well, you will always get him in this last level, obviously, so I have no idea what he's actually really good against and what not. However, he's actually good against a lot of things. It's kind of cheap, maybe, but can be a lifesaver in some situations. I, however, will not use him too much, because, well, there is not much subtlety to using Beat, I think. And also, you might want to save out on his energy in the following stages, because he's a lifesaver against the final boss. Spoilers. And we're up to Gravity Man. Gravity Man extends his gimmick, well, really well, because he will never be on the same level as you are. Apart from him trying to ram into you with this, he will also fire off his arm cannon in regular intervals. The intervals, however, are not timed with his switching sides, so this is actually a very non-patternized boss fight, even though it, well, is. It does feel completely different each time you do it, and I'm not very good at it. It doesn't look like that, but just take heed. He can rip you apart pretty easily if you lose your concentration, and I'm prone to do that. Still a fun fight though, and his weakness is really well suited to him, which we'll see in the refights. They're inevitable, yeah. What we get for beating him is also a very good weapon with many applications. We'll see Gravity Hold a lot in the future. It is basically a screen-wide flash that can take out any enemy. For now, this was Simon with Let's Play Mega Man 5, and thank you very much for your attention.